It's been a hot minute since I dropped a video, but real life things happen sometimes, so I've been dealing with that. But back on this, and I have been looking at Matic for a couple of weeks now, just seeing kind of how that price is moving and where things are. Because I know a lot of people are thinking, is it time to pull that trigger? Are we at that low to boat area as we are with a lot of other coins? And I'm just gonna go through that, and we're gonna do a quick breakdown. So on the monthly, we can see we're still bearish on the market structure as we've pulled up. We're still in that bearish movement, though we haven't really had much data to really make it a solid kind of monthly move. If you just zoom right into these, you can see it's just kind of been sideways since the chart started tracking all the price action. And then at the top, we did have a lot of fail swing highs. Well, I say a lot. We had one major fail swing high, and that obviously sent everything kind of down, crashing, breaking this structure, which occurred just last month. We just kind of closed on that. I'm just gonna make that white. So as you can see, we had this nice failed swing low, but we didn't get a break in the lower time frame market structure, which I'll look at later. But as you can see, following June, we just kind of closed bearish on that, so that is kind of gone now and void. There's no structures down here, but I'm just saying that was kind of a nice key signal where we could have got in, provided we had a nice market structure break on the weekly or the daily, but we didn't get that. So let's look at what that looks like on that time frame. So here on the weekly, where we would have been looking for that market structure break on the weekly would have been quite far from the price, really. You would have already been seeing all the hype if price had gone this way, but I guarantee on the daily there's probably a nice closer one down there, which we'll look at in a second. I'm just gonna skip in and look at the weekly market structure, which is very bearish at the moment. So we've raised up here, we were all bullish up to this point. That was a high, this was our low, and then from those lows we just kept breaking down. So here was our first break, our second break on this candle, then we came down here and obviously broken. So this is our current active low, and our fractal high will be here. So right where we wanted it to break, had that monthly failed swing low, taking us to the moon or whatever. This is kind of where we are now, very bearish. So the sellers are still in charge. I'm not looking to buy anything on a long-term basis on this. Really, what I'd like to see for any type of long-term movement is something down here. This is kind of my area where I want to see price come clip this area here, fail to close or below it, or even this one fail to close below the market structure. But because they're so close, you really want it to hit this level here, because this is where price was just shimmying sideways for a hot minute before it kind of exploded for that first initial pull, and then we had a nice rally up to the $2 $3 highs, near $3. Yeah, we got to. So if you want to see something similar to that again, the only sign I would say that can potentially take us there is price coming down there. But let's look at the daily and see where we are with that as well. So again, now the daily structure very similar, but this is where we failed to get above. Had we got this level closed above this level, I'd say, then we could say, yeah, that weekly or monthly fail swing low, which is basically all of this candle. As you can see, this is all of June. If all of this just didn't close above that and we just came right back up and closed above here, that failed swing low would have been valid, and then we could be looking at entries probably around here where we are now. But because we are in such a bearish market structure on the weekly and obviously the daily, as I'll mark that out, this is not not a buy for me. So there's our low, there's our second low as we break down. Zoom in because I think we might have turned bullish. This was the structure at the time on the monthly that obviously we needed to break, but now we are in a new territory. So that was our most recent fractal high from this low, and then price nicely closed above that. So we are here now. So there may be something for the day traders to get involved in, if not already. Once we broke this level, you probably took some action on the breakout here. Not for me, but again, this is something that I know a lot of people have some trading plans for, and now we're coming right back down. If we take the Fibonacci levels on this, we're probably at a nice retracement at the moment. Yeah, 50%. Some people may want it to go a little bit lower to that 70% level. That's usually where I like to get in if I'm going to be day trading this, especially if we can clip this money here. So this would be a nice one to kind of come down, price to come down a clip, and then we can start planning some trades from that. That is what I have for you on Matic, but for now, not really doing much, just waiting for it.